Alright guys, I'm back over here on this corner where I've caught all my bobcats at. And I had one coyote set that I put up specifically for coyotes and didn't have anything there. I come out across the track here on this side where I had a bobcat set. Wasn't disturbed, nothing. But then on this side of the track, walking down, I see bobcat tracks. Okay, so I start walking down here. I get off my cart and I'm just trying to see if it was just a random track, you know. But then I start seeing, I mean, those are straight up, I'm 99% certain that those are bobcat tracks. Bobcat tracks. Okay, so down here I've got, so back that way too. So back that way, I had tracks going one way, and then I had tracks going the other way. More bobcat tracks. More bobcat tracks. So, coyote track. The animals were out here, man. I mean, they were out here, but they did not pay one single attention to my set that was literally on both sides of them. And it wasn't like that they come through once, you know. There's tracks on that 2-track right there. There's tracks going both directions. So they traveled back and forth over here, and I didn't catch a daggum thing. It don't even look like, I mean, look at that. That right there is straight up bobcat. I'm 99% certain that's bobcat tracks because of how wide the footprint is. And because there ain't no claw mark. And then you got tracks right here going the opposite way. Those tracks up there were going this way. Those tracks are going that way. And there's just, I mean, there's just tracks all over the place right here. So I'm ignoring it or not, but obviously they're ignoring it. Ignoring my sets because I haven't caught anything and I don't have any tracks near the sets. They're just on this road going back and forth and coming through here. So I have three sets back up that way, and that is where I caught all the bobcats at, besides one. So 3 bobcats have been caught within 10 feet up there. So that area may just be suspicious. The bait may be suspicious. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna move my sets down here, and I'm probably gonna put one right there because there's tracks going back and forth. I mean, there's tracks going that way, tracks going this way. Probably gonna put a set right there, and I don't know. I got 3 sets. I'm gonna put them back here. You talk about aggravating. Wanting to see something on the camera and then your camera not picking up. I don't know if I got the wrong settings on the camera or what, because I did mess with them. Mess with the settings on the camera. But I mean, the tracks don't lie, guys. I mean, they were coming through here. I mean, they were coming back and forth multiple times. So we gotta move. I mean, there's tracks right there. We're gonna have tracks right there coming back this way. I'm gonna move my sets, and yeah, I mean, that's all I can do. Pretty aggravating, but we're gonna roll with it and see what we can come up with. May do something in here, so that way I'll have it on both sides. You know, if I put one right in here, may do it right there. It's already got some stuff. May put one right there, put one right there in that clump of grass, right where they're walking by. That means I'll have both sides covered. And then I may do one over here just in case they cut through. But man, yeah, that's aggravating. That's aggravating to have them come so close multiple times and then not even pay any attention to your set. All right, I gotta stop talking and get to work. All right, I'll show you all the end product when I get done with the sets. the two-way behind me has bobcat and coyote tracks going up and down the road both ways. So it's pretty aggravating that they were that close, you know, and didn't pay my sets any attention whatsoever. So we are going to move 2 of the 3 sets, okay? One set's fairly new, and I have a coyote going by. Before I put the set in, I had a coyote going by the spot 3 times, so I would call that a pattern. So I'm banking on him coming back through there. So I'm moving 2 of the 3. And this is going to be one spot, and I'll show you the whole surrounding area and why I chose this spot in a second. I'm going to size my trap here. I'm going to go down a little bit. I'll make it a little bit wider, maybe. Make it a little bit wider. Okay, and these are, again, the gloves that I use just for setting the traps, doing the trap bed. So, fold it out and see what it looks like right here. Both of these traps that I'm putting down here have caught something, okay? So these are good traps. And I have, like I said, already caught something on these. Try and get my spikes in the ground without setting the trap off. So yeah, it was pretty aggravating to say the least. Come in here and see where they had literally been all around my sets, but had chose not to mess with it, with mine. So they did not find it interesting enough to come over there. Can't see it, but right off camera here are tracks going back and forth. So I'm hoping by putting this trap so close that they'll stop and investigate. Get rid of that mound there. There, that was there. That was there. Okay, now try and get some pine straw, put up under my pan to keep some dirt from going up under there. So again, I know there's other stuff that people are suggesting, such as pan covers or wax dirt and all this other stuff that I can put up under my pan. This is what I have to work with right now. So, all right. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Fill this in. This sand. Again, you don't want to, can't do this with mud. All this around me right here is clay, so I had to get sand from somewhere else. And now I can use pine straw to cover up the rest of this. Okay. Just how it was before I even started digging. All right, there's the tracks, okay? My original sets were up there on the right and the left, way past my cart, way up there. I caught 3 bobcats within 10 feet of each other. So I don't know if they're just spooked or whatever, but we got plenty of bobcat tracks, coyote tracks down here now since I was here last, and they're going up and down, up and down. So they used it a pretty good bit during the time that I was gone, coming down through here and cutting that way. So you can tell you can either go around the little road that goes around, and there's a little road that goes that way. So I'm gonna put set right there, and I'm gonna do another one over here in this clump of grass to try and get them both ways. So you can tell there's the tracks, right? I mean, I'm right there. And the bait that I'm using, the only bait that I have is liver. So I'm gonna put liver down the hole right there, and hopefully catch either the bobcat or the coyote, preferably the bobcat. The bobcat was on camera again. I had the bobcat on camera, so that's top priority. And I do have some rabbit with me, and the rabbit is what I caught my original bobcat off of. So, and I forgot to say that the reason I chose this particular spot on this side is because there was already debris right here that's going to keep that coyote from stepping right here. There's already debris and stuff on this side. So the smoothest spot is right there where my pan's at. And I'm figuring I'm going to catch him with a left front. That's what my guess is, left front. We'll see. I'm going to get that liver down the hole and see what we got. All right, we're going to put a little set down here at the base of this grass. This one is not going to be as showy as the last one, just cause I don't want them to get used to one thing. You know, they can get pretty trap smart, which is what I'm afraid's happened further up the road there, is that they've gotten trap smart, and now they won't fool with nothing up there. So I'm gonna try and put something right here. This was already laying there, so I haven't disturbed that. And, we'll go from there. All right, I'm gonna dig this one out, and we are just 15 feet from where y'all just watched me do that last one. Let's see if we can punch one in right here real quick. I do have one more that I'm going to put in, so I'll end up putting 3 sets down here. Push these down. That. No movement at all, guys. Open it all. It's gonna be as good as we can get it right here, guys. Like I said, it is sloppy mess sticking to my gloves. Okay. Try and peel back in. Like I said, I don't want this one to be too obnoxious. Okay. Just try to cover up a little bit. I'm gonna take some pine straw again Put it up under our pan here, just to keep the dirt that I'm about to put over it. Keep the dirt from getting in there. Yeah, these critters are done. Got me aggravated again, guys. So, we're gonna see if changing the set location, see if that'll help. All right. Again, we got plenty of pine straw laying around here. We're just gonna try and make it look like nothing was even there. Some sets that you've seen me do, I make it pretty obnoxious, man. You can just tell that something's dug around right there, but I don't want that on these. These coyotes are already kind of traveling through here. These bobcats are traveling through here. All I want them to pick up on is that that bait, the scent of that bait. So I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm just gonna cut up another piece of liver and put it down the hole right there. That's 2 of 3. All right, so we are going to put in our last set. And this is gonna be my biggest trap yet. This is an old school trap. They call this a long spring trap. And that's about all I know about it. I don't know the brand or anything like that. But this is what I caught my first bobcat on right here. So we're gonna set it in there like that. I'm going for a cubby style. It ain't like I have my other one, because if I brought my first cubby set down here, which is has the cage frame and everything, it would just look weird up against this fence line, and I don't have enough time to gather a ton of brush to kind of cover it in. So this, I haven't done anything to this hardly except put a couple of sticks up. It was already kind of funnel-ish, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a funnel. Okay, funnel. Cats, they hang up a lot. What that means is they'll see something that they like or something to get their attention, but they'll just stand in front of it and not really commit to it, right? So they get hung up a lot. So what I'm going to do, that's why my trap, my set is going to be so far back. My trap is going to be back here, which is about 2 foot almost from where my bait's going to be. And I've got, let's see if I can, without messing y'all up here. Okay, you've already got all these briars and everything poking up right here. You got a barbed wire fence running on this side, more briars poking up. It just seems like a good spot. That was kind of already there to put in a set. So I'm gonna dig this out real quick. Again, this is a bigger trap, so I gotta make my bed a little bit bigger. And I'm getting rid of that, all that right there. I actually feel pretty good about this. And the bobcat has a big paw. All right, so you actually want a big trap. You want a wider trap for that foot to fit in. So I like that this ended up being my last trap with this set right here. Break these roots out of the way. All right. Do a little bit more. A little bit more. I just caught my first bobcat, so I know we can do it. I know we can do it. All right, we're gonna pull it out, set it, put it in the hole, and see what it looks like. All right, y'all can't see it too good, but here's my pan. I'll show you when I get it all covered up. What the finished product looks like. And this set, we're gonna go trying to replicate my very first one. I mean, I used a cubby set. Now I made the skeleton for my first cubby, you know, because I wanted to be sure that the bobcat couldn't get to the bait from the back, which in this situation, you're up against a pine tree right here, and you got this stuff, it ain't gonna be able to get back here anyways. Come from the back. Let's check that bait out. So that's not a too big of a concern, I don't think. Okay. All right. See if I can blend it in a little bit. So I wanted to replicate it exactly how I did my first one. And it'll be close. It won't be exactly how I done my first one, but it'll be very close. I did have rabbit for my first one. Rabbit's gonna be back here in this bait hole. But since I already know the cats, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Since I already know the cats are using this this road, there's tracks right there. Okay, I already know cats are using it. I'm not gonna put up a feather or anything like I did with the first one. I also don't have any fish oil that I had on my first one. There's no way of really telling if that was what made the cat commit or not, but that's what I had on my first one. So rabbit's back here in the bait hole, and what we have here, let's see if I can bring my camera down here a little bit. One second. All right. So what we have right here is natural debris you're blocking. You got all these briars and everything coming up right here. Got a couple of sticks from the side right there. So it's kind of like a cubby, but not exactly how my first one was. Can't come from the back, can't come from the side, which is the whole idea of a cubby. The bait is down the hole in the back, and my trap is out here in front of the cubby. So for it to get to that rabbit, it's got to go that way. And another reason why I didn't put any kind of flagging on it is because it's not too suspicious that a coyote wouldn't check it out. Okay, this is the road that they're traveling on. All the bobcats that I caught are up there. I've seen plenty of coyotes on camera going up and down this road. So let me show you the final product. Okay, cubby set specifically for a bobcat, but I think a coyote would work it. I got a couple more down here, and again, there's tracks all up and down this road going both ways, so they're using this really heavily. Very simple right there. I'm expecting a coyote to check that out. Got liver down there. There's no big hole. It's not obnoxious. There's just a trap right there. That stick was already there. I'm expecting something in that. These are good sets, guys. These are good sets. This is the most obnoxious one I have, and it is right beside prints. Okay, got coyote and bobcat prints going up and down through here. My trap right here, that debris was already there. It's in that tuft of grass. For it to get to that piece of liver, it's got to come from the front. So that's all I know to do, guys. I'm going to put my cameras back up and hopefully they'll tell me something. But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. That's the end of we're getting close to the end of the work day here. I mean, so hopefully tomorrow. I mean, I smell the liver. I don't know if it's because I don't know. I smell the liver, so I hope a bobcat and a coyote will come check it out. We're gonna get a piece of rabbit down this hole over here, and then we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna come back here tomorrow. We are gonna move that cubby set that's back there to another part of the property that does have bobcats on it, and see if we can get something in that. And fingers crossed, we'll have something here in the morning when we come back. All right, y'all be good. Wrapped up. I wanted to show y'all one last thing that I did that I forgot to show you a while ago. That may be the finishing touch, you know, that we're gonna see. Y'all remember the gift that one of the previous bobcats left me on my set? If you don't, I'll show you. I tried to replicate that on this set just to give more. I hope there's some scent left to it so another bobcat will smell it and come check it out. But I tried to make me a little spot here, just like the other cat did, and I put that cat poop right there. I made a spot where it looks like it's scratched out, and if I had some bobcat pee, bobcat urine to put right there, man, I'm telling you, I believe this set would catch in a heartbeat. But this is my cubby set. Got rabbit back here down in the hole, and this is about as natural of a cubby set as I think I can make. Like I said again, there's tracks up and down through here. They didn't mess with none of the sets I had up there. I don't know if they just gotten eerie of the sets that I had up there. But when I come in today, there was just tracks, coyote tracks, bobcat tracks, all up and down this road. So I moved my sets from up there. I did leave one. I moved them down here, and I've already showed y'all where they were at. And this is the one I'm banking on having a bobcat, guys. This one should have a bobcat. I think that right there is gonna be the finishing touch. All right. We're gone, guys.